Joseph is a social media growth strategist who helps brands to build a credible profile, network with their ideal audience, share relatable content that attracts clients. He is also into ghostwriting, profile optimization, coaching, and consulting for creators and business owners who want personal guidance and support to achieve their brand goals. Join us as we make welcome Inneh Joseph to Gifted TV show.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you are and when you're seeing this. You're welcome to another episode of the Gifted TV show. And today I have an amazing person on set with me. Like, it's back to back interview with amazing. When I say amazing, it's not that my usual amazing, no. I mean amazing people doing great and awesome things in their field. So join me as we interview another great mind. So, sir, thank you so much for granting this interview.
Thank you for.
I know it was spontaneous.
As you can see, I was asleep, but as well, let's go.
Okay, so let's meet you. Can you introduce yourself to us?
Oh, my name is Inneh Joseph, and I'm a business consultant. I help business owners and creators get seen, heard, and hired on LinkedIn. So what that simply means is we're into branding and content marketing on the world's largest business-to-business platform called LinkedIn. Yeah.
Wow. So how has the journey been for you?
Well, every journey has its peculiarities, and every journey is a learning curve. You sometimes go through the highs and lows. It's not always going to be high. It's also not always going to be low. So it's what's the word? You don't expect ease along the way. Yeah. You have to embrace the struggle, embrace the journey. It takes a determined heart who loves the journey, not just the destination. So it's really not a question of how's the journey been. It's really more about how have you been coping with the journey, because we love the journey, not the destination. So if you love the journey more than the destination, you walk farther than the one who loves the destination. So for us, it's not a destination thing. It's a life of continuous improvement, learning, highs and lows until you get to that standard or to that point of self-actualization.
So why did you choose that part? Why not learning web design, the basic stuff that young people do now?
Folks, the thing is, a lot of people are sleeping on sales and marketing because whatever you do, you need it. Even web designers need us.
Wow.
And when it comes to young folks who wants to learn a skill, I always say learn a business model that is evergreen. Sales is arguably one of the oldest, most desirable skills in the world. Because come with me, whether you are in engineering, you're a doctor, you're a professional, even as a web designer, it's one thing to work on tech projects, but it's another thing to sell them. You can spend billions on tech projects. If you don't know how to sell them, they will crash. So every business arises and falls on marketing. And so where's the best place to be on if not marketing?
Wow. Just one day. All right. So now another question is, has it been challenging having to work with different businesses in different industry?
You just have to keep learning, an open mind to learning, because it's not a one size fits all. The way you would treat, let's say, an agri business, it's not the way you would treat an ed tech. It's not the way you would treat, let's say, an athletics, sports and fitness business, and even health. So you have to be always on your toes, like constantly updating, constantly learning, constantly improving, constantly researching. So we're in an information age where information is fast updating, and what you think now you know today could become obsolete the next day. So there's always a need to stay up to date in learning and improving, in collaborating with the teams you're working with, learning with those who have been there and done that. So yeah, that's how it's been, constantly evolving and learning along the way.
So will you say how many industries have you worked with? Different industries. We have the tech, we have the agriculture, we have how many of them so far?
Well, it's a hard pick because B2C wise, we've worked with at least 10 plus industries, because we have people, either you're 9 to 5ers, you're students, you're civil servants, you're in agriculture, you are in real estate, you are in engineering, specifically maritime engineering. You have the Web3 space, crypto, and all that. You have health, you have consulting and businesses, and what else? So yeah, it's we practically touched every singular aspect, either through the B2C where we one to many we are coaching people to do it themselves, but on a one-on-one basis, we would say maybe five plus industries, and these industries are not always interrelated, and that's why, like I mentioned, you have to consistently be on the run, learning, improving, updating yourself. Right now, for example, the Web3 space is booming, and not many people are paying attention to detail. And I, for one myself, recently collaborated with the top founder of a Web3 tech firm to learn, because I know in the next 5 years plus, everything is literally going to evolve more into becoming Web3 dependent. Like for marketing, as of 2019, I knew, because let's just say I got to know it, that it would be the future. Because at that time, this was pre-COVID, where businesses were still using the traditional method of in-person, one-on-one. But after COVID, it revolutionized businesses completely. Now, more of marketing budgets are shifted online. So again, the Web3 space is getting to the point where we have decentralized finance, and we are seeing how the volatile nature of fiat currencies. And so what folks like us do is we spot trends and we jump on them to learn.
Awesome. Can we talk about your growth?
Well, for me, I would say the growth has been impressive, because when we started from earning 40K per month.
Wow.
As graduates. Now, how many people there pass 50K? As graduates, so we went from earning 40K per month to pursuing 150K per month jobs. It was our dream job, quote and unquote. So consistently doing a minimum of $1 million per month, $2 million plus, and aiming to build 10K per month dollars type of business.
Yeah.
So the growth really, I love something about when you transition or pivot into the online space. Your growth is dependent on your hunger. It's not tied to how far or how low. You can literally write yourself a check of 10 million and say, I want to earn this within the next 90 days. Because there's a system to help you earn it. The question I say, you go walk. You already walk. That's just the difference. It's not like it's impossible. It's, are you willing to commit to the process? It's just simplified. Right now, someone who is internet savvy on social media, TikTok, is quick. The chances that he will make his first million is faster than a PhD holder. Yeah, I mean, someone who just maybe you go to school through your BSc to your master's to get a PhD, versus someone who just focuses on instead of using all that time for masters, you invest it in learning the Web 2 and Web 3 space. You make your first 10 million. It's a no-brainer. The chances that you will make your first millions, 1 or 10, is faster and more predictable than a PhD holder. Because now as a PhD holder, how many firms can afford you? So you have to now own that. You are underutilized as a PhD holder. Except of course you are trying to get these things for maybe foreign research, travel abroad and stuff. But still, traveling abroad doesn't guarantee you all of all these figures, because by the time you remove what they are earning there, you remove accommodation and stuff, then you are back to maybe 2K USD and stuff. So yeah.
Alright, so my next question is, what was the inspiration behind all of this? Because for you to be this passionate about what you do, something must have sparked it.
The inspiration was Sakwa now. The girl has tried inspiration.
Like you're very mixed.
One day.
You're a mixed person.
See, I like to keep it real, man. Not be English, not be cho. Now walking, that's what matters. The inspiration was when I got my first 9 to 5 job as a youth corper. So I was earning 25K. Then after I finished youth service, they retained me and increased my salary to 40K as a graduate. And all my 4 years of being in the university, spending thousands to get a BSc, and I'm earning 40K per month. Like, dude, come on, make it make sense. And the level of stress I undergo, tension, insults, abuse, deprivation, no control of my time, and how I still did not get my money on time. Wow, made me realize that by the time I left that workplace, I was being owed at least 3 months' salary.
Are you serious? Wow.
So it dawned on me that I can't do this for long. It dawned on me that even if I go to a workplace where I'm being paid more, it means I'm going to work more. It means I'm going to have less of my time. And the goal of money is called it's called time freedom. If you're making so much, but you ain't got no time to yourself, you're still just a slave of the workplace. You are a modern day slave. Because who's your slave? It's you. If you have to need someone's permission to leave, someone's permission to go on a vacation. I mean, if I was working a 9 to 5, I won't be here.
Yeah, that's true.
I would have to apply. And this vacation came quite impromptu. But because I have the control of my time, while I'm on the vacation, I'm still making my money. I'm still doing my business. And that is why, if anyone is watching this or listening, it's not a hard fast rule. If you want the 9 to 5 space, good for you. But if you really want time freedom, then you should consider learning or pivoting into a space that allows you to have more of your time.
Wow. So, what would be your advice to young people who are currently where you were?
My biggest advice is find a skill and start anywhere. Graphics design, sales and marketing, affiliate marketing, social media marketing, Web3 crypto, not really crypto investing, but learning about blockchain technology. Point is not the money what you find in all the university for walls. Look your lecturer now. The day fellow guy man like you. I'm not saying you should go do streets. No. There are people making clean money, doing legit things. The difference between you and them is you are not paying attention enough. You're wasting your time on Netflix, wasting your time on TikTok, arguing about Cristiano Ronaldo or Davido. You waste pretty time because your greatest asset is your time. If you're wasting your time, you're wasting your life. And I see a lot of youth waste their time and spend remaining part of that time begging for urgent 2K when you could have invested the next 2 hours daily, 4 hours daily, learning and grinding on the skill. The good thing about these skills is that you can start from graphics design and one day you're video editing, one day you're Web3. You can start from anywhere because even in Web3 space, you still need the skill to transact in that space.
Wow.
You can start from sales and marketing, affiliate marketing, copywriting, anywhere. What you focus on will expand. As long as you are always willing for more to scale, you will find opportunities that you are open for. But it's better off than burning 9 candles. I'm not saying you should not read and get a degree, but don't. There are people who still think that their success is tied to their degree, their CGPA. I would see if I know what I know now back in school, reading political science.
Wow.
Except you are reading medicine, all those kind of things where we say human life, law. Even with medicine and law, guys, don't put all your eggs in one basket.
Wow.
Because I've had jobs with top CEOs and firms who never asked me if I even went to school at all.
Are you serious?
They don't. The new world does not function by your degrees. They function by your skill, not the certificate, now certificates. So it's not a question of what you
It's not
a question of what you have in your certificate. It's a question of what you sabi.
Yeah.
If we take your certificate out of you, what can you really offer? And people are in need of these things. People are in need of marketers. They are in need of designers. They are in need of editors. They are in need of me. You are well where we are right now. Where were we treated to a 3-day treat? What maybe at least 300,000 vacation? It's because of the value they know we have to offer. Nobody just invests money on rubbish. People don't cast money on you if you are not first valuable. So money gravitates toward value. If you are looking for money, it's not in your degree, it's in the value you have to offer. And how do you do that? Build up a skill. It could be virtual assistance. It could be just start from the one way hungry you. The one way you know say I go feed one. Put mind there. If you focus, it will expand.
Oh my God, this is one of the funniest interviews. So just say, you know you're very funny.
My sister, that's all now. What to do now? Agree to.
Alright, so please, I wanted to touch on mentorship.
Mentorship is important. It's people say there's no shortcut to success. Well, I say the shortcut to success is called mentorship. Rather than trying to do it yourself. Think of mentorship this way. If you're looking for a book that you go to a library with over 8,000 books. Chances that if you do it yourself, you will find the book after hours of nerve-wracking, back-breaking search. You would eventually find it, but you would have wasted quality time. Maybe by the time you find the book, it would have been too dark or too tired to read. But mentorship is meeting the librarian to say, show me where this book is. That's the difference. You find the book, save time, and work faster. So one of the biggest things that helped me, by the time I made my first $500,000 online, one of the first things I invested that money into was mentorship. I was already making money, getting results. But I saw someone who was doing more, who was a step ahead of me, who was in the same niche or space or industry with me that I could learn from. And then I paid this person to say, teach me your ways. Too many people are looking for free knowledge.
Free knowledge.
I mean, you spend money buying phones, clothes, shoes, but you cannot invest that same amount of time or money on mentorship. They would rather ask you to give it to them for free. But they won't take iPhone to give them, Apple to give them the phones for free.
They will actually buy it.
So people spend money on what they prioritize. It's not the question of what you have or don't have. Right now, so they talk now. If I say give me 1 million, you say no. But if I tell you your mom is at dying point and you need 1 million, that 1 million will come out. So it's not a question of I don't have or I have. It's a question of I want and I need it.
Yeah.
When there is a will of necessity, a way we always come out. That's something I've noticed about life.
Wow. Well, so are you saying basically that mentorship was one of the things that pushed you to do
mentorship is, in fact, it's a life of consistent mentorship, because one mentor can't give you everything. Cannot give you everything. So you have to consistently look out for people who are where you are trying to attain to. Some of your next milestones is already someone's throwback.
Wow.
You understand? So meet those people and learn from them. Save yourself the stress. Like, the biggest life hack I've learned is investing in coaching and mentorship. It's wisdom, knowing the right place to invest your time and energy. You either pay in cash or you eventually pay in time or kind. And the problem with time and money, if you ever have come to a debate, a dilemma where you have to trade time or money, always trade money. Because time lost can never be gotten back, but money lost can always be gotten back.
Wow.
So you can lose 1 million today and get 10 million. You can lose 1 billion today and become a trillionaire tomorrow.
Wow.
Every billionaire you see today has lost money one way or another. But if you are 20 today, you can never be 20 tomorrow.
It's true.
If you are 30 today, you can never be 30 next year. You are only 30 once, you are only 20 once. So time lost can never be regained. And that is why you must always trade money for time. It's the reason why if you're going somewhere, instead of trekking, you could actually use Google Map and you can trek to any part of this country. I'm serious. I've trekked, when Sapa booked me one time, I used Google Map, put my house address, I trekked for 1 hour, 15 minutes. I'm telling you. But a bike ride could have taken me there for maybe 10 minutes.
Yeah.
But I trekked for 1 hour, 15 minutes.
Wow.
So why do you pay ride to take you to your destination? Is to save time. Because when anything that involves spending your time on, it's also sapping your energy.
Yeah.
Whatever saps your time, saps your energy. And these are two of the most important elements you need to become a success. It's not even more work. It's time and energy. Because if you have a project to work on, but your energy is low, you can do nothing. If you have a lot to do and you ain't got no time, you can do nothing. But if you save time and you have enough time, ample energy for work, you can always create, recreate, invent stuff. So every time you are in a dilemma, whether to trade time versus money, please always choose money, because money lost can be gained back, but time lost will never be gained back.
Wow, that's so insightful.
I mean, I feel good hearing that, Damn, bro.
Good. Forgive me, I'm laughing. No, oh my God, this is funny. I thought you were this serious person.
I could be a vibe depending on my mood.
Yeah. So this mode is so nice. Keep it down. Alright, so to round up all of this, so what would be your pattern word to our audience of young people who are trying to find their way through life?
See, the best way to find your way is to look for someone who has been through that path. So wherever you're going, someone has been there. Someone has not be used at them.
Yeah.
So which one be I define my way? Where to be the destination? If na money you define, look for who don't make money, plaster. Say, guys, show me way, give me update. If it's marital, if it's financial, if it's business, if it's a skill, if it's academic success, there's someone who has been where you're trying to go. Look for them. That's why I said mentorship is a life hack. Because it's foolhardy, it's foolishness to tread a path you've never been and feel you are smart enough to do it yourself. When there are people who have been there, why would they lost? Because you don't know where they go, but you should get votes.
Oh my God.
That's all now. That's the reason people
You
fall.
are Delta.
I'm from Benin now, mama. Area,
I said it. I'm funny enough, I have so many people here.
So that's what many lost. So if you need to find your way, it's really to know where am I going to. Most of the time people don't know where they're going to. So you need to first sit down and identify what success means for you.
Yeah.
Okay, I want to make. I was talking to someone some days back, and she was like, "Do you know with this my tailoring business, I can make a lot of money?" I'm like, "Yes, but it will take you time." So people always say, "Don't look for money, look for value." That's rubbish. I'll tell you why. It's an half truth, because if we focus on look for value, we could be exerting energy on what does not compensate for our time.
Wow.
So the wisdom is look for where gives you the most return on your investment and focus on delivering value.
Wow.
Because you can deliver value as a tailor, but there is a ceiling to which your tailoring job can never pay.
Exactly.
You can deliver value as a caterer, there is a ceiling to which your catering can pay.
Wow.
If I want it, so it now depends on what you are trying to achieve. If I'm trying to make 2 million, then I would be stupid to say I want to deliver value as a secretary.
No.
Come on.
No.
I will deliver value, yes. Oga will promote me, yes. But at best, it will be 20k extra to my 150k salary.
Yeah.
I'm delivering value, yes, but I'm exerting energy in the wrong direction. So it's not always true to say look for value first. It's not exactly value first. Let's not kid ourselves.
Wow.
We're not be small picking. Value, not the pay school fees. You hear me? I clear
Are you
you.
listening to me like I said?
So what do you go first find? Find where if you put 1, it will give you 10. If you put 2, it will give you 15. Where pays you the most? That's wisdom. The first thing, it says by wise plannings and house built. Do you understand that? By counsel make thy war. So you don't go fight first. You make true counsel. So you say, okay, what are my options? I always ask that question. That is why I'm never anxious about anything. No matter the biggest trash moment I find myself in, I'm like, okay, think. What are your options? Option 1, do nothing. Okay, nothing will happen. Option 2, do this. Option 3, so check what your options are. Option 1 is work a 9 to 5 job. Struggle for many years to get increased to a level, maybe as a civil servant, before you can earn. The real deal is what you find. If you're trying to build, maybe, okay, my priority is career advancement, because career advancement in this field gives me some level of recognition, then fine. But if you're trying to make money as a person, then you look for where gives you the most return on your investment that you can learn. And that's why I always say it's not always about what you're passionate about. It's about what works that you can develop passion around. Oh,
Wisdom.
I feel like I'm speaking hot things.
Wisdom.
So it's about finding what works and building passion around it. When I started this whole space, I wasn't passionate about this. I was passionate about advocacy, civil advocacy and law. That's what I wanted to read in school until I lost all that. School has a way of changing your destiny. And then I came out as a graduate. I'm like, okay, what can I do? Versatile, political, this guy. None of those was paying me. Then I figured what works. And there was one time I was praying, and I said, Lord, give me this thing now. Why you hold this blessing? Of course, see, above all, you must have a prayer life.
Have a prayer life.
I know. Most of the time we always try one sound walk, one sound like. Most of the time we take credits for things that really is not a result of our intelligence. If I tell you I'm where I am because I'm very smart and wise, I'm lying. I'm a man of prayer. See, I don't play with that place because that is the place of answers. And so when I prayed and said, Lord, why are you hoarding these blessings? Why are you not promoting me? Why are you not blessing me? Why are you not enlarging my coast? I became rude one day. I said, give me this thing. So it was more like, give me this thing or I'll convert. I'll go and do something else. I'll go and do something drastic. And the Lord said to me, He said, son, I'm not holding back. Find what you don't know and what you are not doing. Whatever you don't have right now, even you as a person or myself, it's not because the results are lacking. It's a result of what we don't know, what we're not doing. Check when I ask you, what's your monthly intake? What's your monthly income? It's because of the capacity you built. Right now, if I have 10 million naira, what do you have in your life or in your head that 10 million naira can rest on with a thank you? You heard that woman saying earlier that she made her first 100 million by offering ₦1 million of value offer to people, to 100 people, and they paid with a thank you. And then I began to ask myself, what can I scale up in my coaching business or as a serviceman for ₦1 million each? And that began to make me think, you need to sit up. And that is the secret. It's really about what you don't know and what you are not doing. It's called capacity. Wealth is like rain. It's always falling. It has its seasons. There's rainy season, there's dry season. Wealth is also a season. It's like rain. But you see, what you take out of the rain is tied to your capacity, not the rain. If you go to a cup with a cup, you're going to get a cup full. If you go with a drum, you're going to get a drum full. If you go with a tank, you're going to get a tank full. What you get out of the rain is not tied to the rain. It's tied to what we call capacity. So that's why I said if I was to bring 10 million on the table for something you can actually offer, not be dash me now, not be a beg, something you can actually offer, do you have? It's not to answer, it's to think. When you think like this, it provokes you. That is why I said you no longer put value first. You put what gives you the highest return on investment and offer value in it. Mama, wisdom.
Can't you see I'm just staring at you? I'm just seated staring at you. I can't even move because wow.
It's the one thing that helped me grow fast. And the biggest regret I have is I wish I learned it earlier. I don't know the people you're going to show this, but I really genuinely pray that a lot of our people would wake up. It dawned on me so much so that money is not lacking. You just lack the ability to keep it. You lack the capacity to retain it. And that is why our pitch earlier was really about teaching people, because a lot of people are clueless. Many popular people, even influencers, who are still clueless about money. Financial education, you don't learn it in school. You don't learn it by guesswork. If it didn't dig, it didn't dig. Yes. And so I noticed that money is a product of two things. First, the mind game. Second, the numbers game. Mind game, it has to do with an experience that will provoke you. Numbers game, it has to do with a desire, a need that would make you say, I need 100 people to pay me 1 million. So it's really not 100 million that is the target. It's what can I offer of value to 100 people at a million. These are just my thoughts, my final thoughts. Thank you for having me.
Wow. You need to allow me to edit. All right, thank you so much, Mr. Joseph. I really don't want to end it.
I know, right? It's one of those.
This is a masterclass on its own.
I mean, that when I will pay for this interview.
Yeah. We wish to. All right, so let's assume there's a young person here who wants to reach out to you or be part of your mentorship program or something.
Tell them to reach me on LinkedIn. I'm most active there. I don't check Facebook DMs because it's a crowded place. I can't keep up.
Okay.
I don't. Twitter DM is still crowded too. But my LinkedIn, you can either comment on my post, send me a DM on LinkedIn, or check any of the links on my profile. Book a call. Just write the description in the calendar what you are booking a call for, and we'll take it up from there.
All right, thank you so much, Mr. Joseph. Thank you so much. I truly appreciate this. Those spontaneous, but it was super.
You owe me.
Oh, obviously.
Because I need to go sleep now.
Obviously.
And you're the one keeping me.
Sorry. Thank you so much for joining this episode of the Gifted TV show. Shani Samangafu remain your host, and I am Florence. I'm your co-host. So still welcome to another episode of the Gifted TV show. Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel and all our other streaming platforms, and also make sure you share this video to someone you know that needs it, especially a young person. Till the next episode. Enjoy your weekend.